Hello everyone, I am Divya, your math facilitator. In this session, we shall learn the solutions of exercise 4.1 of class 9. Okay, so the concepts of this chapter I have discussed very clearly in the earlier video. If you are missed watching that, then I suggest you to firstly watch those concepts so that you will have a clear understanding about the concepts, and then we can proceed to the exercises, because here at each and every step we need to understand the problem. Okay, so since it's geometry, right? So yeah, so here is the first question. In the given figure, name any 6 points. Okay, so you have to name any 6 points. Okay, so here you can see in the figure you have multiple points. Just name any six. So see, A is a point, X is a point, M is a point, P is a point, B is a point. So all the points, they are represented by what? They are represented by capital letters. Yes, so let us take any 6 points: A, X, M, P, B, C, Y, and so on. Okay, so let us take the next question. Name any 5 line segments. Okay, so what is a line segment? A line segment has 2 end points, isn't it? So just see here. Now MP is a line segment. See, it has 2 end points. Okay, so MP. And how do you represent a line segment? You will draw a line segment over these two, yes, end points. Yes. So next you see MN is again a line segment. This MN, it is a line segment. Okay, again here you can see NQ is also a line segment, NQ with a line segment symbol over it. Okay, so PQ is again a line segment, so PQ with a line segment symbol. Now here you see PB is also a line segment, isn't it? These are the 2 endpoints, P and B. Okay, so in this way you can get different line segments also. See, XY is also a line segment, AX is a line segment. Okay, you can get many line segments from this figure. Okay, since they asked only 5, I took only 5. Now see the next one. Any 4 rays. Now what is a ray? A ray has a starting point and it just moves on in one direction, like our torchlight. Yes, it has a source point, and from this source point it moves on, right? So that means it will have a point, it will have an end point. You can say we call it starting point in most of the cases. Okay, and it will move in one direction. Okay, so just see, this is a point and you can see this is moving in this direction. Okay, XA, just see, X, it is starting at X and it is moving here. Okay, in the direction of A. Okay, so you can say XA is a ray. And how do you represent it? You write XA with a ray symbol over it. Okay, so we want 4 rays. Let us see. Now YC is also a ray, so YC with a ray symbol over it. Okay, here you can see NF is a ray. Okay, it is moving in F direction, this direction. Then you have QH is also a ray. Okay, you can find other rays also like PB, QD. Okay, since it is asked only 4, I am taking only 4 here. Okay, so the next one, any 4 lines. So line is what? Line extends in both the sides. Okay, it has no end point. Okay, so here you can see AB. A is extending this side, B is extending this side. So this AB is a line. Okay, so how will you write AB with a line symbol over it? Okay, next you have CD with a line symbol over it. Clear? Next you have EF is also a line, okay, with a line symbol. And GH is also a line, this one. Yes, so yeah. Last bit of this question, you have to write any 4 collinear points. Now what are collinear points? Suppose if you have a line in this way, okay, so if I have various points on this line, say I have a point here, I have a point here, here. Now all these points are where they are just lying on this line. Yes, so all these points are called collinear points. Okay, the points which form a line, or you can say the points which lie on a straight line, those are called collinear points. Yes, so can you identify any collinear points here? Now see, AB is a line we have identified. So all these points on AB are what? Simple, they are collinear. Now see, CD is a line. So all these points on CD are also collinear. Okay, so let us take any one line and write all the points which are on the line. Okay, see, I am taking this line AB. So on AB I have A, point X, point M, point P, point B. So all these points are what? They are collinear. Clear? Let us move to the next question now. Observe the following figures and identify the type of angles in them. Okay, so just see which angle do you find here. See, this is 12 o'clock. Here you have 8 o'clock. Okay, so in between what do you find? This is 3, this is 6. Okay, now what is the angle between this 12 to 3? 12 to 3, this is 90 degrees. Okay, now this complete angle is how much? It is 180 degrees. Now this is more than 180. This is more than 180. See, 12 to 8 is more than 180. 12 to 6 is 180. 12 to 8 is more than 180. So when you have more than 180, so what is that angle called? It is nothing but reflex angle. Clear? So now just see here, which angle is this? This is nothing but 90 degrees angle. It is right angle. Clear? Now here these angles are marked. See, you have this line in this way. This smaller angle is marked. What angle is this? Very small it is, right? Less than 90. So this is called acute angle. Clear? Yeah. So let us move on to the next one now. Yes. State whether the following statements are true or false. A ray has no end point. A ray has no end point. True or false? It is false. Why? See, this is a ray. It has a point and it is moving only in one direction. Okay, suppose this is ray OA. Okay, so see, this is a end point. Why? Because this ray cannot move in this direction. Can this ray move in this direction? No. So it can only move in one direction, which means this is the end point. Understood? So a ray has no end point is false. And next one, line AB is the same as line BA. Now see, this is line AB. The same line I can represent it as BA. Yes or no? It means the same. Yes, because see, it is extending. A line extends in both the directions. Yes. So AB or BA is always same. So this is true. Ray AB same as ray BA. Now ray AB, see, AB means it is starting at A and it is moving in this direction. This is A, this is B. Now, what is the meaning of ray BA? Ray BA means it is starting at B and is moving in A direction. Okay, so there is a difference between ray AB and ray BA. Okay, so ray AB cannot be as same as ray BA. So this is false. Understood? So AB means it is starting at A and moving in B direction. BA means it is starting at B and moving in A direction. Both are completely different. Okay, so never do this mistake. Ray AB is not equal to ray BA. When you are naming the rays, see where is the starting point and in which direction it is moving. Okay, this you will write it as AB with a ray over it. Okay, this is BA with a ray over it, which means it is starting at B and moving in A direction. Okay, the next one, a line has a definite length. A line, does it have a definite length? Can this line AB, can you say the length of this line? No. Why? Because this line can be extended in any direction. So a line has a definite length is false. A plane has length and breadth but no thickness. Is it true? Yes, it is. Why? A plane, say example, you can take a square or a rectangle. It has a length, it has a breadth, but it will not have a thickness. Okay, why? Plane is a 2D figure. Yes, so this is true. Okay, so let us move on to the next question. Two distinct points always determine a unique line. Suppose you have 2 points like this, point A and point B. So from this point A and point B, how many lines can you draw joining these 2 points? So joining these 2 points, you can draw only one line. Only one line you can draw. That is the meaning of unique. Okay, so 2 distinct points. That means when you take 2 different points, from those 2 different points you can draw only unique line. Unique line means one line. Okay, so now you can draw many lines from this point, but joining these 2 points you can draw only one line. Are you getting it? Yes. So this is what? This is true. Okay, 2 lines may intersect in 2 points. Now suppose if I am taking 2 lines in this way, can these 2 lines intersect in 2 points? No, these 2 lines can intersect only at a single point. Okay, say that point is O. So 2 lines can intersect at 2 points is false. Clear? two intersecting lines cannot be parallel to the same line. Okay, suppose I have two intersecting lines in this way. Now let me take another line here. Okay, I have taken another line here. Now see, these two lines, suppose this is line L, this is line M, and this is line N. Okay, now can these two lines be L and M, can they be parallel to line N? No, they cannot be. See, this L is parallel to N, L is parallel to N. But what about M? If you just extend this, let us just extend this line M. What happens? It will cut this line N, isn't it? So that means two intersecting lines, these two intersecting lines, they cannot be parallel to same line. Okay, understood now? I just took an example. Now L is parallel to N, but M cannot be parallel to N. It will intersect. Yes? So this is cannot be parallel to the same line is true. Okay, yeah. So moving on to the next question. What is the angle between two hands of 9 o'clock? Okay, so this is 12, this is 3, this is 6, this is 9. Okay, what is the angle between the hands of a clock when the time is 9 o'clock? Okay, that means this. So what is the angle? It is 90 degrees. Okay, yeah. So next question. For 6 o'clock, this is 12, this is 6. Okay, this is 6. Okay, so what is this angle? It is 180 degrees. Okay, now next for 7 p.m. Now this is 12, this is 3, this is 6, and this is 9. Okay, now see, here you will have 7. Okay, now just see here, a simple explanation. Here you will have 1, here you will have 2, after 3 you will have 4, 5, after 6 you will have 7. Okay, now this one from 12 to 6, this is nothing but 180. Okay, so this complete thing is 180. Okay, now just see from 12 to 3. Okay, so 12 to 3, this is nothing but 90 degrees. Yes, so divide this 90. So here you have 1 and 2. Okay, that means see from 12 to 1 it is 30 degrees. From 1 to 2 it is 30 degrees. 2 to 3 it is 30 degrees. Total is 90. Similarly, here you have 4, here you have 5. So this is also 30, 30. Understood? So for every 5 minutes you will have 30 degrees. Now see, 12 to 6 it is 180. So 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 gives you what? It gives you 180. Okay, so just see. So this is 30 degrees. So this is also 30 degrees. So this is 30. Okay, so 12 to 3 is 90. 30 plus 30 plus 30. So this is again 30, 30, 30. Okay, so total 12 to 6 is 180. Now what about 6 to 7? Again it will be 30 degrees. Okay, so for every 5 minutes there is a change of 30 degrees. Okay, so counting all this, now till here it is 180. Again this is 30 degrees extra. So 180 plus 30, so this is 210. So the answer is 210 degrees. Okay, so from 12 to 7 you will have 210 degrees. Okay, so I hope now all these problems are clear for you. Okay, so I'll meet you in the next video with exercise 4.2. Okay, so like this video, share this video to all your friends, and do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you.